What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Rulebreaker Laporte, another one from the Rule Breakers, and unfortunately we are now starting to really get these through, and the prices for them honestly are absolutely extraordinary. I really didn't expect them to be this much. We have got Laporte coming in at 510, which I just thought was absurd. He literally is so much more expensive than I ever could have imagined. Seeing Kane as well, still at 1.5 mil. Honestly, I thought these would have dropped by now. It doesn't seem they're being packed a huge amount because we've not got lightning rounds. We've not got an unlimited amount of packs. Even though a lot of people are still opening, there's still a lot of packs that are not being opened in comparison to the future promos. After the Black Friday, we've had the lightning rounds, we've had the ultimate, the 100Ks. They tend to come in every promo. Normally in the first promo, if this even is classed as a Scream replacement of some sort, a Halloween replacement, then we don't really have massive amounts of promos. The most we've got is a Prime Gold Players Pack, which, to be honest, it isn't that great either. We've seen 50k packs that have just gone by the waistline and just not really got anything. I've got a lot of boards, no real walkouts, so to get a rule breaker normally is one of the hardest ones because we've got no upgrade packs bar from the gold upgrade, we've got no league SBCs, no lightning rounds, so it is basically pot luck. So I can imagine they are a little bit expensive. I just never thought there'd be this sort of price. But let's jump into Laporte's stats and see what he's all about. So going into his stats then, we've got a 2-star skiller with a 3-star weak foot. He is left-footed, so you want him preferably on the left-hand side. I don't know if it makes a massive amount of difference in terms of being normally a left-sided centre-back with a left foot, right-sided with a left foot. I'm not too sure. Personally, I don't see the massive difference behind it, but I suppose it could do, being on the weak side, all of that good stuff. He is 6'2" with a medium work rates, and in terms of upgrades, which again we'll have a look right at the end, 18 plus on his defending, which in comparison to Kane is a little bit nicer. And the only reason is because I feel like he does have that little bit of an upgrade in terms of pace, whereas Kane's quite, I know Laporte is not necessarily the skinniest of players, but do you know what I mean? With Kane, there's more of a bulky kind of static vibe with him. He's great on the ball, but in terms of running, that's not what he does. Whereas Laporte, I feel like works a little bit better. I may be waffling completely there, but for me, I thought Laporte seemed better for it, if you get what I mean. And obviously you do lose a bit of defending on him. I think he goes down blocked by -4. That can be rectified pretty easily. In terms of chemistry style, people are looking at Shadow. That obviously will whack a massive amount of pace, even more so than the upgrade that he's had, and then also will rectify that defending, turn him into a 90 rated centre back. And with this rule breaker, I like the promo, I like the idea, but some of the cards are just, there's just no point. There is literally no point in it. Laporte, I do like. I feel like it adds a little bit more to him. I think the pace increase is really nice, and that is something that, yes, I absolutely slandered for Kane, and it's exactly the same theory. If you're going up a massive amount of pace, it doesn't normally show amazingly in the card. Where this is only 81, as a centre-back, that should work quite well. He is very much a blocky, kind of tall centre-back, but I feel like it still will work. It worked for me. I used him in 2 FUT Champs games against Mbappe, against Ronaldo and Messi, and he held his ground. Yes, he still felt a little bit slow on that reaction, kind of the turning of him, but I think that's more his agility and balance than his pace. Yes, his acceleration is a little bit lower, but he has the strength and he has the tackling. He is a good card, and I think once you give him that chance, he's actually not bad at all on the ball and then tackling. We see many clips, which we'll see in the next segment of this review, that in terms of kind of stopping the challenge, stopping the chances, that's where he really shines. He's not really someone who's going to jockey and run with someone. He is there to absolutely clatter straight through someone, and you'll see that plenty of times in the gameplay. In terms of traits, we haven't got anything that will be helpful in the game, and in terms of stats, 84 and 82 short and long pass, always nice, 90 reactions, 87 composure, which is brilliant. But anyway, let's get into some gameplay. So going into some gameplay for Laporte, like I said, you're going to see a lot of clips that kind of back up what I was saying. Great tackler of the ball, does manage to win quite a lot of challenges. A few times my defending got in the way, and I think that is the poor element of kind of my defending. As it's more manual now, we do find that I'm making a few mistakes. I'm getting used to it, like here. Really, I needed to close him down way further, and luckily he has gone on the line there. Got a lucky block, bit of an AI, and then Mbappe's managed to miss it. But in terms of his kind of defensive ability, there's no questions whatsoever. Turning wise, I think the agility and balance definitely would be nice with some work, but he's nice and strong, gets the kind of standing tackles, and that's really all I need from him. He's quite a tall unit, being 6'2" as well, wins quite a few headers, and even in the box, you can kind of hopefully get his noggin on something. And in terms of just being a centre-back, I think he's good. The one problem I do have with him is the price. 500,000 coins for a centre-back that is good, but he's not absolutely the best centre-back we've got in the game. Yes, France is always a nice link. You can never disagree that France is always going to be a nice link for the past couple of FIFAs right now, and then probably for the next couple of FIFAs. There's still going to be a pretty OP link in terms of nation, and that probably is kind of what's driving the price up. Plus Prem, and he links to an Ederson, who obviously is Team of the Week, went for a little bit of a jumping challenge there, but I think the price is absurd. We can go and get a Virgil and a Joe Gomez for the exact price. I don't quite understand how he's so expensive. It, yes, probably is because first promo, obviously not many packs, and that's just what it is. But overall, I wouldn't say the price is worth it, and I'd definitely wait. But I can't see them going down anymore unless we get a massive sell-off for FUT Champs and then a huge amount packs ready for like kind of the next set of promos. I really don't understand when he's actually going to go down, other than maybe other cards coming in to kind of replace him, and his supply completely, or his demand in fact, completely goes down. For me, I think he's a good player. We're going to get into the end review now and see what he does on my review. So as someone did point out, literally last video on Kane, I had Sancho in the links and he was English, Son, sorry. He was English in that, just because of when I use FIFA rosters to download, sometimes the nation doesn't go in, because obviously it was a white background on the flag. Did not notice until the video, so that has been rectified. We've got Ederson, we've got Cancelo, we've got Koscielny, just kind of throwing in a bit, kind of a mix and match of players. Some expensive, some cheaper, and then a little SBC in there as well. You can't complain at that. Good links throughout. Like I say, Ederson's always a nice one because you can link as a strong link, which is always good for Ederson. It gets him a +10, and then you can put pretty much anyone else next to him if you've got another link somewhere else. For me, for instance, Laporte is a cracking link because I have Varane or Koscielny, then I have a Red Ederson, I have a Mendy, and then I also do have a Cancelo, I have a Semedo or a Wan-Bissaka at the moment. So there is plenty of links for him. Being in the Man City team, again, they're always going to be hopefully doing well in terms of FIFA, and more than likely we'll get quite a few specials going forward. So we're probably going to see a lot of nice links for him, even going beyond this point. We may see some in literally the next batch of rule breakers or the next promo from that. So he's always got a constant demand of different special cards that will work with him. And like I said, France, being the nation that it is, has always got a very nice team, and I can see them going already with a huge amount of really nice players. We've already had so many going into it, and we saw loads in summer heat. In terms of his generation, just because I'm interested to see FIFA 14. Okay, so we had a mullet kind of version of Laporte Silva. Then he went to Atletico Bilbao. First in form in FIFA 16. We got, I think that's a season objective or something in FIFA 18. We then got a team of the season in FIFA 19, a flashback in 20. Can we see Laporte with an in-form team of the season or another special going forward in this game? Hopefully we do. Obviously he's a big fan of FIFA. We see him commenting a lot on Castro, a lot on other people. So hopefully we can see some more upgrades for him going on in the next few weeks, few months, and see where he ends up. So overall, good player. Decent pace upgrade. I do like it, even though I slandered Kane with it. I feel like Laporte definitely works well, and especially with a shadow, definitely helps. In terms of his price, I wouldn't touch it. I still think 500k is absolutely absurd. Link wise, we've got Mendy as the perfect link. We have plenty of links down here. We have Ferland Mendy if you wanted to go La Liga. Obviously De Bruyne if you wanted to go there. Sterling you can't. Conte's another cracking one. You've got so many icons, it's unreal. Pogba's another strong one. Digne as well. Actually not a bad little player. Maybe with a shadow on him. St. Max is left mid. plenty of players. Basically, you can understand. There's so many players, and even if I go weak link, so many French players that you can go with. You could even link in with a centre defensive mid Mbappe. So, absolutely amazing. In terms of shadow, we've got a 90 centre back. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.